you're alive. But are you really living? Let's start with a harsh reality you've been avoiding for far too long. You've got this comfortable little life. You've got the house, the job, the circle of friends, and the social media following. But do you really think you're untouchable? Do you believe you're just some random survivor, floating through life without purpose or consequence? Guess what? You're not safe. The world is at war and you've been sitting on the sidelines pretending to be untouched. You've got it all wrong, every single one of you. You're living like you have all the time in the world, like you've got some divine past that makes you immune to the pain, the struggle, and the fight. You're sitting there comfortable, eating your meals, scrolling through your distractions, thinking everything's going to be okay. But here's the truth. They hired hitmen. You know who they are? They are your fears, your doubts, your insecurities. The hitmen are the whispers in your mind telling you that you can't, that you shouldn't. They told you you're not good enough, not strong enough, not talented enough. Those are the assassins that have been after your peace of mind, your dreams, and your future for as long as you've allowed them to be. And what have you done? You've handed them the keys to your kingdom. You've sat in the passenger seat, waiting to be driven to the grave. You've let the hitmen in, giving them permission to kill your ambition, to shoot down your confidence, to destroy your spirit piece by piece. But here's where everything changes. Here's the break you've been waiting for, even if you didn't know you needed it. God was your personal bodyguard. You think that was luck, right? You think that every time you escaped disaster, it was just some random act of fate? No, it was your protection. While you were sleeping, God was keeping watch, keeping the hitmen at bay. While you were wandering in confusion, lost in your excuses, God was your shield. But here's the question you need to face. What are you going to do with that protection? You've had it. You've been given the lifeline, the second chance. And what have you done? You've stayed stagnant. You've stayed complacent. You've let the world drag you down. Let people crush your spirit. Let yourself be swallowed by the chaos. It's time to stop pretending. It's time to stop waiting for a sign, waiting for someone to give you permission to fight. You don't need a reason anymore. You're already in the middle of the war. You've been handed the weapons, the tools to take back what was stolen. But you're still sitting there looking at them like they're foreign objects, too afraid to use them. Here's the thing. You are your own enemy. Not the world, not the circumstances, not the haters, the doubters, or the dream killers. No. You've been holding the gun all along and you've been pointing it at yourself. Stop making excuses. Stop blaming everyone else for your failures. They didn't hire the hitmen, you did. You've been sabotaging your own success, and now you want to cry about it. You want to blame the world, your upbringing, your environment. But guess what? Your circumstances do not define your future. The choices you make every day do. What's it going to take for you to snap out of it? How many more times are you going to sit in the background, watching as the world moves forward, while you stand still? How many more opportunities are you going to let slip through your fingers because you're too comfortable to fight? You've been handed a weapon, a life-saving weapon. But it's worthless if you don't pick it up, if you don't pull the trigger. You've been protected long enough. The time has come for you to step into your power and crush everything that's been holding you back. The war isn't out there. The war is in here, inside of you. It's time to fight. It's time to stop waiting for something to happen. Make it happen. The hitmen are still out there lurking in the shadows. And now it's your turn to decide. Will you continue to be the prey? Or will you rise up and become the predator? The battle starts now. Pick up your weapon. You think you're playing the game. You think you've got the rules figured out. But you're nothing more than a pawn. A pawn trapped in a prison of your own making. It's time to face the truth. Every single lie you've been feeding yourself is keeping you in chains. You've been lying to yourself. You tell yourself you're doing enough, that you're working hard enough, that you're grinding it out. You think that going through the motions, checking the boxes, is somehow going to get you to the place you want to be. But that's a lie. And it's a lie you've been buying into for far too long. You're stuck circling the same drain and you don't even realize it. You've convinced yourself that the reason you're not where you want to be is because of something or someone else. You blame your upbringing. You blame your past. You blame the economy, your boss, your lack of resources, your bad luck. Hell, you even blame your haters for your failure. But here's the cold, hard truth. It's you. You're the one holding yourself back. You've made it so easy to point the finger outward because it keeps you comfortable in your miserable little bubble of mediocrity. What have you done to get yourself where you want to be? How much pain have you endured? How much sweat have you bled? How much fire have you walked through? Not enough. Not nearly enough. You've been feeding yourself these lies like they're your survival rations, like they're going to keep you alive. But all they're doing is killing you, slowly. These lies are holding you hostage, chaining you to a life that's not yours. They've infiltrated your mind and now they've become your truth. And the worst part? You don't even see it. You've convinced yourself that you've done all you can, that you've paid your dues, that you're just waiting for the right time. Guess what? The right time isn't coming. It's never coming. There's no magic moment where everything aligns perfectly. There's only now. There's only what you do today. You tell yourself you're doing your best. What a joke. Your best is nothing. Your best is weak. It's fragile. It's an excuse. Your best hasn't even come close to what you're truly capable of. If your best was enough, you'd be in the place you want to be. But you're not. You're stuck in the same damn cycle and your best is keeping you there. You think your 9-to-5 grind, your little hobby on the side, your work-life balance is going to cut it? You've been lied to. The world isn't going to hand you success just because you showed up. Success isn't earned by simply existing. It's earned by fighting like you've never fought before, by tearing down every wall that's been built around you, by breaking every boundary you've set for yourself. And you haven't even started. Look at your excuses. Look at how soft they are. I'll do it tomorrow. I don't have the resources. I don't know where to start. All of these excuses are the chains that are keeping you locked in place. These aren't legitimate reasons. They're nothing but a coward's defense mechanism. They make you feel good for a second, like you're justified, like you're not really the problem. But deep down, you know the truth. You're the one holding yourself back. You've been trapped in this false narrative for so long, it's become your identity. You think you're too old, too young, too inexperienced, too tired. But the reality is, you're just too weak. You think you're going to find success by playing it safe, by tiptoeing around the edges, by taking the easy route. But the easy route leads to the edge of oblivion. Success is earned on the battlefield. Every day is a war against your laziness, your distractions, your fear, your self-doubt. Every day is a fight for your life, and you're showing up to the battlefield unarmed with nothing but excuses. Do you think the world cares about your excuses? Do you think anyone is going to give you a pass because you were too tired or too busy to do what was necessary? They won't. They're not going to cut you any slack. The world doesn't owe you anything. Success doesn't owe you anything. You have to take it. You have to earn it by grinding, by sacrificing, by pushing yourself beyond the point of comfort and into the territory of real growth. It's time to stop lying to yourself. You've been living in a fantasy, thinking that if you just wait long enough, things will change. Guess what? Waiting is the slowest form of dying. The universe doesn't work that way. The universe isn't waiting for you to find yourself. The universe is moving. And if you're not moving with it, you're getting left behind. And when you're left behind, it's over. You need to stop making excuses. Stop sitting in your comfort zone. Stop pretending that tomorrow will somehow be better. Your future is a product of your decisions today. If you don't take action right now, if you don't stop making excuses, if you don't start stepping up in every area of your life, you'll stay exactly where you are, lost, stuck, and never reaching your potential. Those lies you've been telling yourself, they've been your shield from discomfort, your shield from the hard truth. But the truth is you're weak because you've been protecting yourself from the fight. The only way out of this hole is through it. You've been hiding from the battle, but the battle is already here. It's knocking at your door, waiting for you to face it head on. You've been running from the fight, but now you've got to run straight into it. The lies stop here. The excuses stop here. It's time to face the cold, hard reality. You have no one to blame but yourself. Now you have to ask yourself, are you going to keep lying to yourself, or are you going to step into the truth and fight for what's yours? Because if you choose to stay in the lie, you're done. But if you choose the truth, if you choose to rise and fight, then you start living. And that's where the real war begins. Let me give you the truth you've been avoiding for so long. You're not special. You're not unique, and your so-called circumstances don't matter. You're nothing more than another soldier in a war that's already been waged, one that you've been losing by the minute. The problem isn't the world. The problem isn't the system. The problem is you. You think you're out here fighting for something big, don't you? You think that because you've had a few struggles, a few setbacks, that you're different. You believe your pain gives you permission to sit back, relax, and wait for something to change. But that's the lie. You're not different. You're just another person who wants the reward without the fight. Look around. What do you see? People winning. People crushing it. People who didn't sit around waiting for some cosmic alignment to give them the green light. They didn't wait for perfect timing. They didn't wait for someone to hand them a roadmap. And they sure as hell didn't wait for their circumstances to change. What they did was fight. And they're winning because of it. Not because they were chosen, but because they chose themselves. That's the truth you need to hear right now. Stop waiting for life to give you permission to be great. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to make your move. Stop waiting for the stars to align. They never will. The truth is, you've been running from the work. And it's that cowardice that's kept you stuck in the trenches, while everyone else climbs higher. The world doesn't give a damn about your excuses. It doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care about your pain. It doesn't care about your past or what happened to you. All the world cares about is results. What you do. How much you're willing to sacrifice. The world doesn't give a damn if you're tired. It doesn't care if you're scared. It doesn't care about your dreams unless you're willing to bleed for them. The world is a beast, and the only way to tame it is to break it first. You want success? You want respect? You want to break out of this cycle of mediocrity you've trapped yourself in? Then stop crying and start fighting, because that's the only option you have. If you can't accept that reality, then go ahead and keep waiting. Keep wishing. Keep thinking that things will magically get better. The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to fade into oblivion, another face in the crowd of the forgotten. You're just another number in a system that doesn't care about you. But here's the truth. You've been given a chance. You've been handed a weapon to fight this battle. You've been given the strength, the drive, and the ability to destroy every obstacle in your path. And yet you sit there, too afraid to swing the damn sword. What's it going to take for you to see the truth? You're not a victim. You're not some helpless bystander watching life pass by. You're a warrior, but you're sitting in the barracks holding back, afraid to step onto the field. You have everything you need to win, but you refuse to fight. And that's what's killing you. The fight isn't out there waiting for you to finally be ready. It's already inside you, fighting for control. You're either going to step up and win, or you're going to watch your life pass you by. The raw truth is simple. Everything you've told yourself about what you need is just a distraction. You think you need more time, more resources, more help, more advice? No. You need to stop lying to yourself and start attacking. The truth is, all you need is to start. Start acting. Start putting in the work. Start facing the obstacles. You don't need more information, you need more action. And let's talk about that action. Let's talk about what it really means to grind. Because grinding isn't just posting motivational quotes on social media. It's not just waking up early or working a little bit harder. It's a war cry. It's a battle that you fight every day with everything you've got. The grind is relentless. The grind is uncomfortable. It's meant to tear you apart. It's meant to make you question everything you've ever believed about yourself. But that's the only way to break through. If you're not struggling, you're not growing. If you're not bleeding, you're not building. You've been sitting on your potential for far too long. You've been staring at the fire but never stepping into the flames. And you're wondering why you're stuck, why nothing changes, why you keep going in circles. It's because you're scared of the work. You're scared of what it takes to break free. You're scared of who you'll become if you actually decide to go all in. You're afraid of the transformation, afraid of the pain that comes with growth. But if you're not willing to endure that pain, then what the hell are you doing here? Do you really want it, or are you just playing at it? Are you serious about this, or is this just some hobby for you? Because the moment you stop treating your dream like a hobby is the moment it starts becoming a reality. But it takes sacrifice, it takes blood, sweat, and tears. And right now, you're not putting enough of any of those things into the fight. You think that sitting back, waiting for the right time, or making sure everything is perfect is going to get you where you want to go? It won't. It never will. The moment you start doing the hard work, the moment you stop making excuses and face the pain head on, that's when you'll see results. But not before. Here's the rawest truth of all. You're already behind. You're already playing catch up. There are people out there who are running full speed ahead, and you're sitting in the dust, hoping that things will change without you having to do anything. Guess what? They won't. The longer you wait, the further behind you fall. The more you hesitate, the more the gap widens. If you're not fighting, you're dying. If you're not moving forward, you're falling behind. There is no neutral ground. This isn't a game. This is your life. And the clock is ticking. The window is closing. The question is, are you going to keep hiding from the fight? Or are you going to face it and win? The truth is this. You're standing on the edge of greatness. You've been given every tool you need to break through the walls that are keeping you from your future, but you're not using them. You're standing there paralyzed by fear, by doubt, by uncertainty. And the longer you wait, the more you lose. The more you lose, the harder it gets. This is your moment. You either step into the fire or you burn out. The choice is yours. So tell me, what's it going to be? Let me lay it out for you, and don't even think about looking away, because the truth is coming, and it's coming hard. If you don't change now, if you don't step up, then everything you've been running from, everything you've been avoiding, is going to hunt you down like a beast with a grudge. You've got dreams, right? You've got this vision of who you could be, where you could go. But let's be real for a second, your dreams are dying. Not because the world is against you, not because you've been unlucky, but because you're weak. And weakness, my friend, is a disease that infects everything you touch. The longer you stay weak, the more you cripple your own future. How long do you think you can hide behind excuses? How long do you think you can keep telling yourself that tomorrow will be the day, that next week will be the breakthrough, that one day things will just fall into place? Guess what? Tomorrow never comes. The next day is always just another distraction, and every time you delay, every time you put off the battle, the gap widens. Every second you waste, Whether it's because you're too scared, too lazy, or too delusional to act, drains your chances of ever being who you could have been. You are the one suffocating your own potential. You think you're going to wake up one day and suddenly everything's going to be perfect. That's the biggest lie you've ever bought into. Perfection is a mirage, a fucking illusion designed to keep you stuck. What's real? Pain is real. Sacrifice is real. Work is real. And right now, the consequences of weakness are staring you in the face, daring you to do something about it. But most of you won't. Most of you will just keep sitting there, complaining about the hand you were dealt, while the world around you laughs at your incompetence. You want to know where your weakness is leading you? Look at the life you're living now. Look at how much time you waste, how much energy you drain, how much potential is slipping through your fingers because you're too scared to act. You're sitting in a cage that you built with your own hands and you've convinced yourself it's safe. But it's not. It's a prison, and it's closing in around you with every single day you don't break free. What are you doing with your time? How many hours are you wasting every single day? How many times have you told yourself you'll start tomorrow, only to realize that tomorrow turned into another excuse, another reason to procrastinate? You're not going to wake up one day with all your dreams handed to you on a silver platter. The only thing you'll wake up to is regret. And regret is a heavy burden that will weigh you down for the rest of your life. What happens when you keep choosing weakness over action? What happens when you choose comfort over discipline? You start to die. Not physically, no, but mentally, spiritually. You become a hollow shell of the person you could have been. Your future becomes a dream you'll never reach, a flame that flickers out because you're too afraid to fan it into a blaze. You're already behind. Every minute you spend pretending that you can slack off, that you can take it easy, is one more minute that someone else is passing you. Someone else is grinding, someone else is hustling, someone else is moving forward. And they're doing it without the fear, without the hesitation, without the excuses. Every day you wait, every day you hold back, you lose, and the worst part? You don't even realize it. You don't see how you're killing your own future with your inability to act. You think you have time. You think you'll catch up. But time is a predator, and it's stalking you. Every second you waste is another second that you'll never get back. And once it's gone forever. Let me tell you about the cost of weakness. Because right now you're thinking that holding back doesn't really matter. You're thinking that if you don't push yourself today, it's no big deal. But the truth is, it is a big deal. It's a huge deal. Every time you stay in your comfort zone, every time you let fear control you, every time you skip a workout, skip the extra hour of work, skip the thing that would push you forward, you are putting a price tag on your future. And that price is steep. What's the cost of weakness? It's lost time, it's missed opportunities, it's relationships that never happen, success that never materializes, potential that remains unfulfilled. The cost of weakness is a life that's constantly under construction, but never actually built. It's the shame of looking back and realizing that you had every chance, every opportunity, every ability to succeed, and you wasted it. The cost of weakness is the regret that will eat you alive every single time you think about what could have been. It's the pain of knowing that you could have been one of the greats, but you settled. You chose to let your fear dictate your actions. You chose comfort, and now that comfort has a price. And that price is the difference between the life you have now and the life you could have had. It's the difference between winning and losing. So look at yourself right now. Ask yourself, are you really okay with being weak? Are you okay with sitting in the same place for the rest of your life, watching others pass you by while you sit in your own failure? Because that's exactly what's going to happen if you don't change. The world is ruthless and it doesn't care about your excuses. The only thing the world cares about is what you do, what action you take, what steps you're willing to make to claw your way to the top. Every single moment you waste, every single excuse you give is another step toward your own destruction. You have two choices right now. Face the fight head on and claim the life you deserve, or keep running from it and let the consequences of your weakness define the rest of your life. There's a battle raging inside you, a war between who you are right now and who you could be. Every time you let your weakness take control, you lose that war. And every time you refuse to face the fight, you get a little bit further from your true potential. You get a little bit further from the person you were meant to be. You get a little bit closer to being swallowed whole by the mediocrity that's already clawing at your heels. It's time to make a choice. No more excuses, no more waiting, no more pretending that your weakness won't cost you everything. You're in the fight of your life. So fight. Fight for your future. Fight for your success. Fight for the life that's slipping through your fingers while you sit in your own weakness. Or prepare to watch it all slip away. The price is already being paid. The question is, will you pay it? Or will you make the world pay for your failure? You've been waiting for a sign. You've been looking for some cosmic shift, some miracle to come along and change everything for you. But here's the brutal truth. There is no sign coming. There is no fairy tale ending waiting for you to wake up in it. The only thing that's going to change your life is you. The only thing that's going to lift you out of this hole you've dug is your willingness to stand the hell up and start fighting. Do you feel that fire burning inside you right now? That's the spark. The only thing separating you from the version of yourself you've been telling yourself you're destined to be. It's not some special talent, some secret gift you were born with. No, it's a choice. It's a decision to rise. And that decision, it's the hardest thing you'll ever do. But it's the only thing that matters. You've been broken down. You've been knocked out. You've been beaten, and you've been battered. But guess what? You're still here. That means you've got something left. You've got the will to stand up again. You've got the strength to claw your way back to the top. And if you've still got that, if you've still got even an ounce of fight left, then you can still make it. You can still rise. But let me be clear. Rising doesn't mean just getting back up and going through the motions. Rising means destroying every weak part of you that's been holding you back. It means rejecting the version of yourself that's been hiding, the version of yourself that's been making excuses. It means tearing down every wall of doubt and fear that's been holding you captive. You've spent too long listening to the lies. You've spent too long believing that you're not enough, that you don't have what it takes, that the world is against you. Those lies have kept you trapped in your own head. But listen to me now. The truth is, the world isn't against you. It's indifferent. It doesn't give a damn whether you live or die. It doesn't care if you succeed or fail. The world just keeps spinning, and it's up to you to get in motion with it. The only person stopping you from winning is you. You have to stop feeling sorry for yourself. You have to stop thinking that you're entitled to anything. The world doesn't owe you anything. What the world owes you is nothing more than the consequences of your actions. And right now, your actions have been weak. But that's not the end. That's just the beginning. This is where the real work starts. This is where the rise begins, but it's not going to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy. Nothing worth having ever is. You don't just wake up one day and become a champion. You don't just roll over and get everything handed to you. If you want to rise, if you want to win, if you want to become who you were always meant to be, then you have to earn it. Every single day, every single hour, every single minute. No one is going to do this for you. No one is going to hand you success. No one is going to make the hard decisions for you. The decisions are yours to make. The battles are yours to fight. If you want to rise, if you want to become that person who steps into their power and dominates, then you need to own it. Own your fight. Own your future. own the decisions you make every single day, you're going to have to sacrifice. There's no way around that. The rise isn't free. You want success, you want respect, you want the life you've dreamed of? Then you're going to have to bleed for it. You're going to have to lose sleep. You're going to have to go through hell to get there. You're going to have to make sacrifices that make your soul ache. But guess what? It's worth it. Every ounce of pain you endure, every hour you put in, every sacrifice you make, it all adds up. And one day, you'll look back, and you'll see the trail of your sweat and your blood, and you'll know it was worth it. But here's the thing. You have to make a decision. The time to sit back and wonder if you can do it is over. The time to question whether you're capable is gone. You're already capable. You've always been capable. What you need now is the will to put your head down. Stop listening to the voices telling you it's too hard, and start moving forward. Because nothing at all, is more powerful than someone who has made up their mind. So here's the deal. You're at a crossroads. You've spent too long spinning your wheels, hoping that life will change for you. It won't. You are your change. The moment you take full responsibility for your life, the moment you stop looking for external validation, and the moment you decide to burn the bridges that are keeping you in the past, that's when the rise begins. That's when you start ascending. And let's make something clear. This isn't going to be a soft rise. This isn't going to be some pretty smooth transition from failure to success. This is a fight. This is a bloodbath. This is about grinding your way up, each step costing you something. But the difference between those who rise and those who fall, the ones who rise are the ones who keep fighting, no matter what it costs them. So ask yourself, right now, are you ready to rise? Are you ready to face your weaknesses, face your demons, face the pain, and rise above it all? Are you ready to say, I've had enough of being stuck, I've had enough of being weak, and I'm going to fight for what's mine? You have one shot, one chance, and you've wasted enough time thinking you couldn't do it. You can. The fight is within you. The strength is already inside you. You just have to make the decision to let it out. Right now you are standing at the edge of your future. You've been knocked down, but you're still standing. You've been broken, but you're still breathing. And that's all you need to rise. But if you're going to rise, you have to do it with intensity. You have to do it with a fire that burns hotter than anything you've ever felt. You have to get so damn focused on your goal that everything else fades into the background. You have to want it so badly that it consumes you. You're not just rising for the hell of it. You're rising because you've had enough. You're rising because you refuse to accept mediocrity. You're rising because you're sick of the person you've been. You're rising because the old you is dead and it's time to bury it once and for all. This is your moment. This is your rise. Claim it. No more excuses. Get in the fight and show the world that the person you were before is nothing compared to the force you are now. The rise is yours. You just have to decide to take it. Now, stand up. Fight. Rise. There's no more time for excuses. No more time for maybe later or I'll try tomorrow. We've reached the end game, and now the only thing that matters is what you do next. You've been given every tool, every truth, and every ounce of pain you needed to get here. The question is, will you stand up, or will you crumble beneath your own weakness? You've faced the hardest truths. You've stared your flaws in the face, and you've felt the burn of regret gnawing at you. But guess what? That regret, it's your fuel. Every ounce of guilt, every moment of hesitation, every failure you've carried with you, they all lead you here, to this moment of reckoning. And you've only got one option: move forward. No more running, no more hiding. This is the final hour. You've lived in the shadow of your own inaction for far too long. You've let fear dictate your life, making every decision from a place of insecurity. You've told yourself you're not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough. But that's over now. That version of you is dead. The only thing that stands in front of you now is the new you. The version of yourself that's ready to fight, ready to conquer, ready to command the life that's always been yours. You've been running this race for so long, and the finish line is right there. You've already come so far, faced so many battles, and felt the weight of your failures pressing against you. But now it's time to flip the switch. This is your moment. Everything you've done up until now is nothing more than a preparation for this. This is the moment you decide to stop being a victim and start being the victor. This is the moment you make the choice to stop existing and start living. There's no going back. You can't unlearn what you know now. You can't forget the truth that's been drilled into you. You know what it takes. You've seen the price of weakness, and you know the consequences of staying stuck. You know what happens if you don't change, and you don't want that life. You've spent enough time pretending that you're okay, pretending that everything's fine. It's not, and you know it. So let me be clear. The war is right here. It's now, and there is no alternative. You fight or you lose. You rise or you remain a casualty of your own doubts. There's no middle ground, no more negotiation with the demons that have haunted you. You stand up. You fight. You win. Your future is waiting for you, but it's not going to come to you. It's not going to hand itself to you on a silver platter. You have to take it. You have to go out there and claim it like the warrior you were always meant to be. This world is built on the backs of those who refuse to back down, those who burn with relentless passion and an unbreakable will. If you want to be one of them, if you want to rise to the top, then it's time to get your hands dirty. It's time to show up in the arena, fight tooth and nail, and never stop pushing forward. You've been tested, you've been burned, and now you're stronger than ever. But this final step, the one that separates the winners from the losers, is yours to take. You've been given everything you need. The rest is up to you. The truth is, there is no easy road. There never was, and there never will be. If you want something, you have to take it with every fiber of your being. You don't wait for someone else to give you permission. You don't wait for the right moment. You make the moment. You become the change. Now let me ask you again. Are you ready? Are you ready to leave behind the old version of yourself? Are you ready to step into the life you were meant to live? Or are you going to let fear, doubt, and weakness rule you once more? There is no more time to waste. This is your final command. Move. Move with purpose. Move with aggression. Move with the certainty that you are destined for more. You don't ask for success, you take it. You don't hope for greatness, you create it. This is your fight, your moment, your future. Make it happen. So, get up. Get to work. No more hesitation. This is your call to arms. Your future is waiting, but it won't wait for long. The time to act is now. Move. Now.